Good morning. It is July 8th, Friday. I made it a Friday. Walked every day this week. It rained all night again. We're at the part of summer where it's so hot during the day that we're getting evening storms almost every night. It is so muddy out here. I'm back in my mud boots. And just dodging massive mud puddles. Glad I invested in these mud boots. I wasn't thinking I was going to need them quite this much when I bought them. I did not have a Red Bull this morning like I did yesterday. I did not sleep as poorly as I have been, but I did not have great sleep. So, it is what it is. It's like I said, it wasn't as bad as the past couple of nights, so it was slightly improved. Yes, since it's Friday, we can start to update with the block schedule setup that I started on Monday. Roughly, I would say I'm following it, except in the afternoons. The afternoon block, the after lunch block, I should say, I have set up to be work, which is roughly from 12 o'clock, because I have the lunch block set from 11 to 12. From 12 o'clock to about 2, because usually Trent contacts me to pick him up somewhere between 2 to 3, so I set the block to 2, knowing that the end would probably be flexible around that time. And it's meant actually to be my primary sticker cutting time, because I can get I can run the machines knowing I'm not disturbing anyone, because the machines can get loud. And so I'll do a bit more computer work in the mornings and run the machines more in the afternoon. And I mean, I'll kind of start them in the later afternoon, but in the early morning, like I won't go in there now and start at the machines. My husband's still asleep. So I start computer work early in the morning and do that, and then in the later part of the afternoon start cutting stickers, with the intention of the second half of the afternoon sticker block, afternoon work block being for cutting stickers. But what's been happening is after lunch, I've just been crashing. And I very often need afternoon naps. That's not a surprise. It's something I'll probably always have to deal with. especially when I'm sleeping poorly. So I know I'm always going to have to be accommodating towards the necessity of afternoon naps. But I'm trying not to get into a situation where I need to block an afternoon nap. Like, I don't want to schedule it, but I'm almost afraid I need to. Like, I need to schedule 3 hours in the afternoon as rest hours, because my body's going to do it anyways. And it's unrealistic to set myself up thinking I'm going to try to work, end up in bed, and then feel like a failure. I feel like I'm falling behind. I am falling behind. What am I talking about? When I'm in bed resting. The downfall is on the days that I don't go to bed and I stay up, I get enough done that I get that dopamine hit that tells me I need to keep doing this. I need to keep pushing. So yesterday I did not have my nap. I've been trying to reestablish routines, not just with the block schedule, but with multiple routines. I would say this is solid second week now, going into the third week. I've got like 3 routine apps that I'm really focused in on. I've tried them before multiple times and not stuck with them. In the past 3 weeks, I've fallen off the wagon with them multiple times, and I've kind of gotten back up and restarted them, and just gave myself a lot of grace with it, with the COVID booster and stuff like that. I just had to give myself a lot of grace the past few weeks with a lot of things. But I am going into about 20, almost 21 days into starting some of these routines, starting to see the changes. Like the actual, it's starting to show up in the household. It's starting to show up in other little ways. It's not as hard on some of the other things. It's getting not easier, but not quite as I don't know the word. Because I'm still having to actively tell myself to do them. It's still not a habit. But it is easier. It's still a very active choice. I don't know at what point it becomes a habit. I'm not there yet. But it is getting easier. And I am seeing the changes. So, the walking is easier too. At least today it is. Even with the storms. I don't know if that bodes for it being a good day. or what. We're not questioning it. But yesterday was a productive day, and I didn't nap, and the changes are starting to accumulate and show up, and I just have to, I think next week, when I do the block schedule, I don't know how to handle that afternoon block, because when I'm doing really well, on days like yesterday where I was doing good and kind of feeling it, after lunch, I was able to transition smoothly into cutting stickers, and I had like over 100 sheets to cut for a while, and I've been struggling through it. I would cut like 10 or so, and then I couldn't handle it. The hips with the up and down on the seat, couldn't do it anymore. I'd be near tears, and I'd have to stop. And so I wasn't getting through that pile. And yesterday I got through almost all of it. I've got 15 sheets to cut this morning, and I'm through that pile. And then I'm just packing orders today. They're all going out. I've got maybe 5 orders in my queue, and they're very recent orders. I haven't even printed the invoices to. Like, I'm gonna have so many orders in the mail today, and it's gonna be such a burden off of me, because some of these orders have been waiting, and I felt horrible about that. So, like, when I have the productive days, I end up feeling amazing. And I don't want to set up this block schedule in such a way that on the productive days, I feel like I have to stop and rest because the schedule says so. But I also, on days that I need to rest, struggle with an immense amount of guilt, because the to-do list is just compounding and compounding and compounding. So I don't know, there has to be some middle ground. That afternoon block is difficult for me. Trent getting off of work is inconsistent, so I don't know exactly when. I can't just be like, he gets off at 3 o'clock. So from 2 to 3, I can take a break and rest, and then know that I have to get up at 3 o'clock. I don't know. He may get off at 1:45. He may get off at 4:45. I have no idea. So that makes that time frame hard. It makes it hard to rest, because I don't know if the moment that I lay down, if I'm going to have to get back up. It makes it difficult to allow myself to really get into a nap, because I don't know if I'm going to be jolted awake. It makes that afternoon block is just hard. If I can Taffy just went running over to our neighbor's porch. I don't think she likes the truck. If I can try to figure out some way to navigate that afternoon block a bit better, I think the block schedule will do well. It's doing really well with all of the other sections. It's just the afternoon block I'm struggling with. I need I mean, I could just set the block up as a flex block and not assign it as a work block or anything else. Just call it a flex block and know that whatever happens, happens. And not try to assign it as anything. And that way, I'm, on that day, I know that if I need to rest, I rest. Or if I'm working, I'm working. Or if it's errands, it's errands. Like, might do that. That might be a better solution rather than trying to assign it each day as work. Just call it a flex block. Because that's my problem. I need it to be flexible. Walking and brainstorming might be a good thing. Huh. Okay. I think that's what I'll do. All right. That's a solution. Yay. Figured out how I'm going to do next week's block schedule. I'm going to set it up as a flex time block. So, and other than that, where else, what else is going on? I don't think much else is going on. I've got to pack orders. That's today's thing. Cut those last sheets, pack the orders, get them out the door. And I'll be caught up on the things that I've been behind on since my vaccine booster. And I can start focusing on the July shop plans, which I don't want to go into detail on these walks, because while no one's really watching these videos, it is surprises. I will say that I have to have my computer upgraded first before I get started on some of this stuff, and we are waiting on parts. One of my parts has been delayed. We ordered it, it's delayed. Which is really messing up my time frame, because I needed to get in. We have to do the upgrade. Last time we did an upgrade, it caused, oh my gosh, it caused so much issues. The hard drive transfer. The people who were on my PR team at the time remember it, but it messed up my files. The fonts did not transfer correctly. And so when I went to reinstall the fonts, the zip files were locked. So I had to re-download them. And when they re-downloaded and reinstalled, the SVG files didn't recognize it correctly. And some of them were recognized. Some of the fonts I couldn't find again. So on those, I had to redo the designs, and it was on every single sheet. I had to redo something before I could print and cut. And I have thousands of files. Right now I'm sitting at 13,000 cut files. I think at the time it was 11,000 cut files. It might have been 10,000 cut files. Not sure exactly. I cried. I cried so many tears of frustration when that happened, because this upgrade happened a year ago. And I've already maxed out this hard drive again. And I need another upgrade again. So, we're doing this again. Heaven help me. I'm hoping like hell it goes smoothly this time. I still have not cleaned up this hard drive from all of the zip files that have the little lock icon that I can't even open. Like, that's been on one of those like running to-do lists that I have not even made it to. Like, whenever I search for something and it pops up and it's got the lock icon, I just move on. Like, I know I should just stop and delete it. I can't open it. I don't. I'm just like, I'm busy. I know that's not the way to handle it, but I just have not done a file cleanup. I have a thing, like I won't call it a formula, but I have like a organizing system. It's meant for organizing SVG files, like the black and white cut files people have for SVGs, but I was going to use it for graphics and everything. That I purchased, and it talks about renaming your files into like something you can actually understand and it's more searchable, but you have to go through each individual file. And I'm like, the sticker files, my personal shop files, are set up in a way that I can find them. I made them, I created them. But all of these graphic files that I purchased, they're a hot fucking mess. Like, finding that stuff, once I've dropped it into the downloads folder, the general downloads folder, not my recent downloads folder, it's a mess. So the system she has set up is a good one. I mean, I'm glad I purchased it. It was like, she not only gave the naming system, but like a preset folder for separating things in. Like, that was worth going through. It saves me time, and that's why I purchased it, was the saving me time part. But obviously, I have to go through my own hard drive and sort, and I don't have time. I need to do it. With this hard drive swap over, I need to sit down and clean up my files. Like, I need to block in this block schedule 30 minutes a day for hard drive cleanup. Because it's a mess. I just keep using the search feature to find my stuff. But I need to rename my files so that's a bit more robust. Anyways, this is my last loop. It is easier today. It's my 5th day in a row. Technically my 6th walk, because I did have my first day with a couple of rest days. But it's my 5th day in a row. It is easier today. And so I'm going to go in, get some coffee with one of my new snarky mugs, and have some breakfast. Sit down with my planner, which I'm still struggling to do consistently. I'm a shop owner who struggles to consistently use their planner. But I think a lot of people can relate with that. And, get started on my day. By this afternoon, I can have the bulk of my backlog of orders in the mail. So that's going to be, like I said, so much pressure off of my chest. And I'm looking forward to that because we're going into the weekend and I want to be able to relax, like really relax. So happy Friday. Hope everyone has a good day. Little quick Toby shot. Hi, Toby. Hello. Hello to everyone. Taffy is still on my neighbor's porch where she ran from the truck coming onto the road. Not up our driveway, but the more and more trees they clear out, the louder it gets. So it's making them uncomfortable. So, anyways, happy Friday. Have a good day. I'm hoping mine's a good day. And I will see y'all tomorrow.